Hello, Falguni.
Hello, Jeremy.
We've heard a lot of fantastic tips about how to organize, process, manage over the last few weeks. Do you have what you might call the big success story, based on all those kind of tips from a client that you've worked with, maybe over a little while, and some kind of success that came out of it?
I do. So I've been working with this client for over 2.5 years, and it's a large business with 30 plus employees. And when we started, a lot of time was spent on identifying key performance indicators for each department, like the sales, the marketing, the operations, and finance. And then a lot of work went into writing processes for the warehouse, because it's an online business. There was a lot of work done on the vision and mission. We did some work on, really trying to get the teams to work together as opposed to in their individual departments. And then for the last few months, we've been working on the sales and marketing. And what's happened over the past 2 months is that they have exceeded their sales targets for the last 2 months continuously. They had set six-figure sums for the sales target, and they've gone above this target for both months, which is really exciting, especially, it's happened during lockdown, May and June. And so all the things that they've put in place and implemented have started working, such as, really having a laser focus on tracking and testing and measuring everything they're doing. So, for example, on the marketing side, monitoring the quality of their leads, monitoring the percentage of conversions, what people spend on average, how often people are spending, and their margins. And so, that's really now taken, into detail, and that's really had an effect. They've also, over the last few months, keep in constant contact with their existing customers, just to make sure that they're happy. If their stock, they can see the stock levels are low, asking them if they would like to replace them, and so just making sure that the customers get what they want, and fantastic customer service. So really, making sure that if an item is returned or somebody rings up with a query, everything is dealt with the same standard, which is a very high standard. Their customer service is excellent. And so all those continuous tweaks, if you want to call them, have started now having the impact. And so, business was always good. It was steady. But now, we can see the curve, the growth curve going up. And so, really exploring what's working and what's not working is so important for every single business. So obviously some of these things are working, and we'll continue to do them, and see where that takes the sales for the next few months.
So this is what you might call moving into the sort of mature phase of the relationship, if you like, with your client. What sort of things are you saying to this kind of client or them now to move them forward?
So, it's an exciting time, and so, really getting them to think, now that they've done so much work, on really fine tuning each department. If this effort is continued, they can really grow their business. So it's getting them to really look long term, next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and set a very ambitious target, so that if all of these things are in place, there's no reason why they can't achieve those targets. And so, it's very motivating for the employees, because they can now see, all their efforts together have resulted, in the success of this business. And every week, the key performance indicators for each department are shared company-wide. And I think all of that is now really coming together. And I think the future is really exciting for them.
Cause for celebration.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Falguni.
Thank you.